Well, we do have a 19-year-old, even though I know I don't look much over
Really
19,
don't look
but
much over
we do have a 19-year-old, and I think when I speak to mothers, a lot of times they think of the verse, train up a child in the way they should go. And as important as I think that is of what we do and how we model things in life, I think the most important thing that I've done right is that I've tried to create a heart that wants to follow God, because there's not always times that I'm going to be there. There's always not times that I'm going to choose His friends and know what He's talking about or what He's looking at or what decisions He's making of where to go. And so I really want to create a heart for Christ. And I know a lot of parents think, maybe I shouldn't force my children to go to church. That's something that we thought was very important and something that we did make our children do.
Yeah. Well, it's just like, in that same vein, kids never want to eat peas. They never want to eat green beans. But why do we tell them to eat them? Because it's good for them. And so I think one of the biggest things, and I'd be honest that it's really something that she's brought to our relationship and brought to our kids, is that we are here to set the foundation to train them in the way they go. So we do force them to go to church. The funny thing is our 19-year-old loves God. He doesn't know anything different because that's all he's known. We've created this environment. Like she said, it's important. We try not to focus on changing their behavior. Just don't do this and don't do that, and this is wrong.
Yeah, we do try to model it, but as far as at some point it is going to be his decision to make the relationship with Christ and to have a relationship. It's going to be a hard decision between him and Christ. But if I can lead him in that direction and make his decision maker a good decision maker, not a broken decision maker, that in life that's going to serve him a lot better than just modeling a behavior in a certain situation.
Yeah, so just making sure that they've got a heart that loves God first, that follows God first, that trusts God. And everything in life, we've tried to model that we make our decisions based upon what God's Word says. We orient our life based upon what God's Word says, not what media says, not what I think, not what we think, but what does God's Word say? So that's what we're trying to instill in the kids. And
God is so faithful. He's been so faithful to prove over and over the things that we've trusted Him with, that He's so faithful to prove it and to show your children that He is in control, that He's ordering their steps, and they could trust Him in all of their situations as well. So
yeah, I think the biggest takeaways is when it says train your child in the way he should go, means you are responsible for creating an environment that's conducive for them falling in love with Christ and making Him the number one priority.